The eye was placed where one ray should fall, that it might testify of that particular ray. We but half express ourselves, and are ashamed of that divine idea which each of us represents. But God will not have his work made manifest by cowards. Whoso would be a man must be a nonconformist. He who would gather immortal palms must not be hindered by the name of goodness, but must explore if it be goodness. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your own mind.
Slips through our hands. Could you catch it tonight? All we've ever been. We're lions in the grass, lying to ourselves, the greatest lines of all. Could we find our way out this labyrinth of endless whitewashed walls? In our presence they'd start to fall. And we'd relive the days we used to lie awake for something more. Be the savior you're waiting for. Soldiers in a line, marching to the beat of what we thought we should be. But our flag is burning now. There's no songs to be sung for those who burned with it, reciting others' vows. But we'll know who we are this time around, this time around. This time around will be our own, and question what we've always known. This time around we'll stand our ground, and millions couldn't bring us down.
I chose this passage because I really like the idea of self-reliance and nonconformity, and apart from it being a part of my life for as long as I can remember, I think Emerson really articulates all of the ideas really well. And the passage that I chose was from a couple different spots in Self-Reliance, but I think it kind of sums up all the ideas from the essay, or at least part of the essay that we read. And I think it kind of summarizes the ideas of why nonconformity is important and why it's important to make your own decisions and question the decisions that other people are making to make sure it's the right thing. And I decided on doing a song for this because, apart from it being something that I do and that I think I do pretty well, I think nonconformity is really at the root of music, especially rock music, and that's kind of what it's been all about since rock and jazz was invented. It's been about stirring it up and breaking the mold, and so I thought that was a really good way to portray the message. And in the song, I used a lot of the ideas in the lyrics. I think you probably saw that a lot of it was about making your own decisions, about breaking off from the path that others have laid out. And even with the music, I tried to go for a more non-conventional song structure. There was kind of like a chorusy guitar part that I kept going back to, but apart from that, it was more of a non-conventional structure. It didn't really have a set verse, chorus, bridge, chorus thing. And I think in doing the song and spending this much time with the passage, I think I've really gotten more into like the details of the passage. Like the first couple times I read through it, because I've read through this a couple times, the first couple times I really just got the general idea of like, yeah, self-reliance is good, like conformity bad, all that stuff. But the thing I read at the beginning was actually like an excerpt from the big quote that I had, and part of the big quote was, is it? A man is relieved and gay when he has put his heart into his work and done his best, but when what he has said or done otherwise shall give him no peace. And I think that's a really important part of it too, because with self-reliance in general, I think it's about making your own decisions, especially with what you do in life. And I feel like a big thing, especially that we're going to be dealing with in the next few years, is deciding what we want to do with our lives. And that's either making the safe decision that you know, like, that has been laid out before and you know works and like it's a set thing, or doing what you really love and doing what like you can put your heart into. And I think it's important to think about that, and I think Emerson really lays out that message pretty well.